sure you've heard the old saying, the only things that are sure in this life are death and taxes, but let's add one more sure thing to that adage: change. Dr. Jonathan Carroll is here with another good word about navigating this life's changing landscapes. Good morning.
Good morning, Angie. Thanks for having me.
Well, 'tis the season of graduations and looking into the future and maybe stepping into the first job market. All of these are changes from where our norm is. So how do we look at those with less stress and a more positive attitude?
Yeah, life is never standing still. We're constantly moving, whether we choose to or not. There's an ancient philosopher, Heraclitus, who said, "No one ever steps in the same river twice." So everything's changing. The river's changed, we've changed. It's natural, but it's not always comfortable. Even positive change, like graduations or new jobs, can stir up old griefs, new anxieties, and all kinds of disorientation. It's just kind of the way it is. I think what would be helpful, first of all, is that we name it. This is grief. This is anxiety. This is fear. And then we have a conversation with ourselves, whether in a journal or take a walk and put in your AirPods and talk, and everybody thinks you're on the phone. Really, you're just having a conversation with yourself. Having simple pause and breathe moments, a conversation with a trusted friend, or if you're in therapy or counseling, to have a conversation with your professional, trying to reframe it as best you can that, and this is important, change is a teacher. The freedom to change is part of our burden, but it is part of the beauty of being alive at the same time.
So when we face this sort of hurdle, emotional hurdle, mental hurdle, and we really embody that stress, you've mentioned several techniques that we can use. So how can we chill a little bit more if that stress keeps coming, Jonathan, even if we've taken the walk or talked to a friend?
So first of all is to be honest with ourselves about that and realize, this is a stressful time. There's so much that we cannot control. In fact, almost everything we cannot control.
Right.
So I'm interested in focusing on what we can control, and that is how we think about things and what words we use to describe things, and what actions we take, and oftentimes what emotions we allow ourselves to feel. So what's mine and what isn't? And if it's not ours, there's really nothing we can do. So we have to shift to focusing on what we can do. Grounding rituals, daily walks, meaningful talks, spiritual practices, noticing things that we are grateful for, writing those things down, 5 or 10 of them every day, no repeats. What is mine and what isn't? Focus on what you can control. We don't have to master change. We just have to stay present to it and trust that even in loss, and all transitions bring some kind of loss, something beautiful, something meaningful, something that once was hidden is being unfolded, is being revealed. We're not broken because we're struggling. This is what it means to be alive and growing. Be patient with ourselves, I think, is important, and recognize this too shall pass.
Words of wisdom as always, Jonathan. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Angie, so much.
Talk to you soon. We'll be back with more local lifestyles right after this. Stay with us.